Hey Gemini, I am so glad you are here right now because what I am seeing in the cards for you this week is absolutely beautiful. I pulled this reading earlier and I had to pause for a moment because the energy coming through is so clear and so purposeful. This is one of those weeks where the universe is literally conspiring in your favor, and I mean that in the most genuine way possible. There is something about divine timing happening right now. Something about everything falling into place exactly when it needs to. And you are going to feel this shift in such a tangible way before we dive into the cards. I just want to say that if you have been feeling like things have been confusing or scattered lately, like you have been waiting for clarity or waiting for something to finally click into place, this reading is going to bring you so much reassurance. The energy I am picking up is not chaotic. It is not uncertain. It is actually incredibly aligned and supportive. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let me share what the cards are showing me for you this week. The first card I pulled for you is the Ace of Swords, and Gemini, this is such a powerful way to start this reading. The Ace of Swords is all about mental clarity, breakthrough moments, and truth cutting through confusion. This card is telling me that you are about to experience a moment of absolute clarity this week. Something that has been foggy or unclear in your mind is going to suddenly make perfect sense. It is like when you have been staring at a puzzle for so long and you cannot figure out how the pieces fit. And then suddenly you see it and everything just clicks. That is the energy of this card. What I find really interesting about the Ace of Swords showing up for you right now is that it is not just about understanding something intellectually. This is about truth. This is about seeing a situation for what it really is, without any illusions or confusion clouding your judgment. For some of you, this might be a realization about a relationship where you finally see the dynamic clearly. For others, this could be about a decision you have been struggling with, and suddenly the right choice becomes obvious. The Ace of Swords does not mess around. It brings crystal clear insight, and it helps you cut through any BS that has been holding you back. I also want to mention that this card often appears when we are being called to communicate with absolute honesty. So this week, pay attention to moments where you feel compelled to speak your truth. This is not about being harsh or confrontational, but it is about being real and direct. The Ace of Swords energy supports you in saying what needs to be said, in asking the questions that need to be asked, and in standing firm in your perspective. If you have been holding back from a difficult conversation because you are not sure how to approach it, this card is saying that you are going to find the right words. You are going to find the mental clarity and the confidence to express yourself in a way that is both honest and constructive. There is also an element of new beginnings with this card because all aces represent the start of something fresh. So this mental breakthrough you are experiencing could be opening the door to a completely new way of thinking or a new project that requires sharp focus and clear strategy. Whatever it is, trust that your mind is incredibly sharp right now and you have the mental tools you need to move forward with confidence. The second card that came through is the Five of Wands. And I know this might seem like a challenging card at first glance, but hear me out because the context here is really important. The Five of Wands traditionally represents conflict, competition, or a clash of ideas. But what I am seeing for you this week is that this energy is actually going to be productive. This is not about destructive conflict. This is about dynamic exchange, about different perspectives coming together, and about finding creative solutions through collaboration or healthy debate. For many of you Geminis, this card is showing up because you are going to be in situations this week where multiple ideas or approaches are on the table. Maybe you are working on a project with other people and everyone has a different opinion about how to move forward. Maybe you are weighing different options in your personal life and you feel pulled in multiple directions. The Five of Wands is saying that this diversity of perspectives is actually a gift. It might feel a little chaotic in the moment, But it is through this process of exploring different angles that you are going to arrive at the best solution. I also think this card is highlighting your natural Gemini strength, which is your ability to see multiple sides of a situation. You are not someone who gets stuck in one rigid way of thinking. You are adaptable, you are curious, and you are willing to consider different viewpoints. This week, that flexibility is going to serve you incredibly well. Instead of seeing disagreements or differing opinions as obstacles, try to see them as opportunities to refine your own ideas and to learn something new. There is also a competitive element to the Five of Wands. And for some of you, this might mean that you are stepping into a situation where you need to prove yourself or stand out among others. Maybe you are applying for an opportunity where there are other qualified candidates, or maybe you are putting yourself out there in a way that requires you to showcase your skills and talents. The energy here is not about tearing others down to get ahead. It is about rising to the challenge and letting your unique ability shine. Trust that you have what it takes to hold your own. And do not be afraid to assert yourself when necessary. What I really want you to take away from this card is that a little bit of friction can actually be incredibly generative. It pushes you to think more creatively, to refine your approach, and to strengthen your position. So, if you find yourself in situations this week that feel a bit tense or competitive, do not shrink back. Engage with that energy, use it as fuel, and trust that you are capable of navigating it with grace and intelligence. Now we move to the third card, which is the Hierophant. And this is where things get really interesting because the Hierophant is all about tradition, wisdom, structure, and seeking guidance from established systems or mentors. After the mental clarity of the Ace of Swords and the dynamic energy of the Five of Wands, the Hierophant is saying that you are going to benefit this week from grounding yourself in something solid and time-tested. For some of you, this could mean seeking advice from someone you respect, someone who has more experience or knowledge in a particular area. This might be a mentor, a teacher, a spiritual advisor, or even a trusted friend who has walked a similar path before. The Hierophant encourages you to be humble enough to ask for help and to learn from those who have come before you. There is so much value in standing on the shoulders of others and benefiting from their wisdom, rather than trying to figure everything out on your own for others. The Hierophant might be pointing to a need for structure and routine in your life right now. Maybe things have felt a bit all over the place recently, and you need to create some systems or rituals that help you feel more grounded. This could be as simple as establishing a morning routine, committing to a regular practice like meditation or journaling, or creating a clear plan for how you are going to approach your goals. The Hierophant is not about being rigid or inflexible. It is about recognizing that structure can actually create freedom because it gives you a solid foundation from which to operate. There is also a spiritual dimension to the Hierophant. This card often appears when we are being called to explore our belief systems or to connect with something greater than ourselves. For some of you, this week might bring opportunities to deepen your spiritual practice, to study teachings that resonate with you, or to connect with a community of like-minded individuals who share your values. The Hierophant reminds us that we do not have to walk this path alone. There is wisdom and support available to us if we are willing to seek it out. What I find really beautiful about the Hierophant showing up in your reading is that it is balancing out the more independent and dynamic energy of the earlier cards. Yes, you are gaining clarity and you are navigating challenges, but you are also being supported by structures and wisdom that are bigger than you. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. You can draw on what already exists, on what has already been proven to work, and use that as a foundation for your own unique expression. The fourth card is the Five of Pentacles. And I want you to stay with me here because I know this card can look a bit scary at first. The Five of Pentacles often depicts figures walking in the snow past a church, symbolizing hardship, feeling left out in the cold, or struggling with material or emotional lack. But the message I'm getting for you this week is not about prolonged suffering. It is actually about recognizing where you have been feeling unsupported or where you have been carrying burdens alone, and then taking steps to change that. Asterisk here is what I think is happening. The Five of Pentacles is showing up to bring awareness to an area of your life where you might have been feeling a bit depleted or where you have not been asking for the help you need. Maybe you have been pushing through challenges on your own because you did not want to burden anyone else. Maybe you have been ignoring your own needs because you were focused on taking care of everyone around you. This card is a gentle nudge to acknowledge that it is okay to need support, and it is okay to reach out. What I find really important about this card in the context of this reading is that help is actually available to you. Remember the Hierophant that we just talked about? That card was all about seeking guidance and connecting with supportive structures. The Five of Pentacles is asking you to actually do that. It is asking you to swallow your pride if necessary and to let people know what you are going through. You might be surprised by how willing people are to help once they know you need it. There is also a possibility that this card is highlighting financial concerns or practical matters that need attention this week. Maybe there is a situation where you need to be more careful with resources, or maybe you need to have a conversation about money that you have been avoiding. The Five of Pentacles encourages you to face these issues head-on rather than pretending they do not exist. The sooner you address practical concerns, the sooner you can find solutions and move forward with greater stability. But here is the thing I really want to emphasize. The figures in the Five of Pentacles are walking past a lit church window. Help and warmth are literally right there, but they are not going inside. Sometimes we suffer unnecessarily because we do not ask for help or because we do not believe we deserve support. This week, if you find yourself in a difficult situation, remember that you are not alone. There are resources available to you, there are people who care about you, and there is always a way forward. You just have to be willing to reach out and accept the help that is being offered. The fifth card is the Empress, and Gemini, this is such a beautiful energy to bring into your week. After the awareness and vulnerability of the Five of Pentacles, the Empress comes in like a warm embrace. This card is all about abundance, nurturing, creativity, and the fullness of life. The Empress is one of the most fertile and generative cards in the entire deck, and her presence in your reading is telling me that you are entering a phase where things are going to start blossoming for you. The Empress energy is about creation in all its forms. For some of you, this could be about creative projects that are finally coming together or new ideas that are ready to be brought into the world. If you have been working on something behind the scenes, this week might be when you start to see tangible results. The Empress encourages you to trust your creative instincts and to pour your energy into things that bring you joy and fulfillment. For others, the Empress might be about nurturing yourself or others. This card reminds us that we need to take care of ourselves in order to thrive. This means nourishing your body with good food, getting enough rest, spending time in nature, and doing things that make you feel good. The Empress is all about pleasure and sensory experience, so this week, give yourself permission to enjoy life. Indulge in things that bring you comfort and happiness. You do not have to earn the right to feel good. You are allowed to prioritize your well-being simply because you deserve it. There is also a relational aspect to the Empress. This card often appears when we are being called to show up with more compassion and warmth in our relationships. Maybe someone in your life needs your support right now, and you have the capacity to offer it in a way that feels nurturing and life-giving. Or maybe you need to be more gentle with yourself and treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer to someone you love. The Empress teaches us that love is not just a feeling. It is an action. It is the way we care for ourselves and others on a daily basis. What I absolutely love about the Empress showing up in this position is that it is a sign of abundance and fertility. Things are growing. Things are developing. You are moving into a phase where you are going to feel more resourced, more supported, and more connected to the richness of life. If you have been feeling depleted or disconnected, The Empress is here to remind you that you are capable of creating beauty and abundance in your life. You just need to trust the process and allow things to unfold naturally. The final card in your reading is the Nine of Pentacles. And Gemini, this is such a perfect way to close out this spread. The Nine of Pentacles is the card of self-sufficiency, accomplishment, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This card shows a figure standing in a lush garden surrounded by abundance, representing someone who has worked hard and is now able to enjoy the rewards of their effort. This is telling me that by the end of this week or in the very near future, you are going to feel a deep sense of satisfaction and pride in what you have built. The Nine of Pentacles is about independence and self-reliance. You have done the work. You have made the right choices. You have invested your time and energy wisely, and now you get to reap the benefits. This might show up as a tangible accomplishment like completing a project or reaching a goal. Or it might be more of an internal shift where you realize how much you have grown and how capable you truly are. What I find really beautiful about this card is that it is not about relying on anyone else for your sense of worth or your sense of security. The Nine of Pentacles is saying that you have cultivated something within yourself that cannot be taken away. You have built a life that reflects your values and your hard work. You have created stability and abundance through your own efforts. And that is something to be incredibly proud of. This card also encourages you to enjoy where you are right now. Sometimes we get so focused on the next goal or the next milestone that we forget to pause and appreciate what we have already achieved. The Nine of Pentacles is an invitation to slow down and savor this moment. Take stock of how far you have come. Acknowledge the progress you have made. Treat yourself to something special. You have earned it. There is also an element of luxury and refinement with the Nine of Pentacles. This is about quality over quantity, about surrounding yourself with things and people that truly bring you joy and add value to your life. This week, pay attention to what feels nourishing and what feels draining. The Nine of Pentacles encourages you to invest in quality experiences and to let go of anything that does not serve your highest good. So when I look at this entire reading together, here is what I am seeing for you this week. Gemini, you are stepping into a period of incredible clarity and alignment. The Ace of Swords is giving you the mental breakthrough you need to see situations clearly and to make decisions with confidence. The Five of Wands is reminding you that a little bit of healthy challenge and diverse perspectives can actually push you to grow and refine your ideas. The Hierophant is offering you access to wisdom and structure that will help you stay grounded as you navigate this week. The Five of Pentacles is bringing awareness to where you might need support and encouraging you to reach out rather than struggle alone. The Empress is filling your life with nurturing energy and creative abundance. And the Nine of Pentacles is showing you that all of this is leading to a beautiful place of self-sufficiency and satisfaction. This is a week where divine timing is very much at play. Things are falling into place not because you are forcing them, but because you are aligned with the natural flow of your life. Trust the clarity that comes through. Trust the challenges that arise because they are making you stronger. Trust the support that is available to you. Trust the abundance that is growing in your life. And most importantly, trust yourself. I really hope this reading resonated with you and gave you some guidance for the week ahead. If you felt the energy of these cards, drop a comment and let me know which card spoke to you the most. And if you know other Geminis who could use this message right now, share this with them. I am sending you so much love and support as you move through this beautiful week of alignment.